and welcome to Crusher Talk. I'm your friend, Haley Crusher Kane, coming to you from Green River, Utah, just after the historic Melon Days festivities that we just missed. And here is my guest today and van driver, Dr. Reed Kane, Esquire.
Hail Satan.
So we just had tacos at our favorite taco place in Green River, Utah, which is a good spot. We've been on the road for about 4 hours coming out of Carbondale, Colorado. And they have a really great taco truck in Green River. There's not much else there. There's a couple hotels and some haunted-looking businesses that don't exist anymore but have really cool signs. And weirdly, there is a billboard of Dolly Parton in the middle of the desert. So that's kind of cool. But anyways, we didn't know that this little town we stop at all the time when we're traveling cross country is known for melons. Apparently, the unique desert terroir, soil, contribute to very sweet melons. And so we found a really cool melon highway art float from like the Melon Days parade or something. Reed, can you describe it for us?
It was a giant watermelon made of plywood.
It also had lights on it, so that was pretty cool. Christmas lights. We're headed to Belfair, Washington, and the journey continues. I am starting to do Crusher Talk more regularly like I used to, and I told everybody that Mondays were the day when my husband so wisely reminded me that actually Tuesdays used to be the day that I did Crusher Talk. So I think I'm going to move to Tuesday. But since I promised Monday, I thought I'd come on. And also we have nothing to do because we're driving for literally hours on end. And I thought we would just talk about some stuff that we've been obsessing over lately. Did you have any thoughts on that, Reed?
Not really. I mean, you're going to talk about your watercolor, your newfound interest in watercolor.
Oh yeah, I thought you were going to talk about 90210.
We can do that next.
Okay, so we have a lot of things to say about 90210, but on this trip to Carbondale, Colorado, which is about 4 hours up in the mountains from Denver, we had a really cool new Christmas tradition happen where Reed's mother got watercolors for Christmas that she actually gifted herself, which, hey, why not? That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty boss behavior. Just gift yourself whatever you want.
That's right.
And some new watercolor paints and brushes. And so we had a still life class that Reed Kane taught. So we learned a little bit about form and about shadow and about choosing the opposite color on color theories, choosing the opposite color of what you're working with to create impactful details in the painting. And I also learned that watercolor is all about pushing paint around a page. It's not about applying paint to a page. It's about pushing it around a page, which I didn't know. We had a really fun time. We actually all did some still life with some apples and oranges, and then we did, what else did we do? Onions. That was harder. Okay, we did onions, your traditional Christmas onions. And then I wanted to do a dog, our dog, Peyton Manning, and
everybody. First she wanted to do Gidget, but that dog is crazy colored. It'd be really difficult.
Yeah, if you don't know, our new Chihuahua Gidget that's a puppy is like tiger striped. And if you haven't done watercolors in a while, let me just remind you, you basically push the paint around the page and the paint does whatever it wants. So it's not really going to work for a tiger striped brindle Chihuahua. So I found
the advanced class for sure.
But you and your mother balked at this idea that I could tackle painting a dog. And I found a great picture of Peyton Manning on my phone that has some lightness and darkness in it, and I think I did a pretty good job. What do you think?
I think you did a great job. It looks really good.
That's right. And what did your dog end up looking like, Mr. Artist?
My dog looks very much like a baby cow.
Yes. So who has the baby cow and who has the dog here? But for those of you that don't know, Dr. Reed Kane went to many art classes back in the day and actually went to art school for a hot minute before he realized it was a total scam. And he is a painter who has basically everything he's painted has sold. So although a lot of his paintings are not available anymore, I'll definitely post a few because people are always surprised when I say, oh, he paints. Nobody thinks he paints. Nobody thinks he paints. Nobody thinks he's a cowboy either. So we'll put some of those up there for you. What did you want to say about art and art school and painting, and for our listeners, any tips for listeners that are maybe dabbling in the arts this holiday season?
In the arts this season, look at some of the classic painters and learn from their techniques. But I wanted to go back to art school. I think art school is a big scam. So the same instructors work at your local community college that work at the fancy art schools. So if you're thinking about going to art school, just go to your local community college and take the art classes there, because it's the same thing and 1/4 the price, maybe even less. So that's my advice on learning to paint.
There you have it. So yeah, we'll be back on the road, or we are on the road, and we'll be back with another Crusher Talk on Tuesday. But I wanted to thank everybody.
Tomorrow?
Oh, not tomorrow. Next Tuesday. I wanted to thank the people that texted me that liked the Throwback Thursday post. If you haven't read that, I'm doing every other Thursday. I'm breaking out the Crusher Verse Vault and dusting off some old writing, much of it having to do with my background as a musician and getting into punk rock and playing guitar, and it's just kind of a slice of life. So if you like that, I am doing that every other Thursday. And I did get some texts, so thank you to the kind people who texted me. Next time I will take your texts, but do a comment as well on Substack, because I'm trying to figure out how to use the stupid app. And although I've been using it as sort of like a poor man's podcast for a while, I have not been using it in the writing format, which is kind of what it's known for. So I want to learn how to use the app. So help me learn how to use the app by commenting to me. And I sent out a chat to all you guys. Basically, everybody that is signed up for the Substack just got an email from me saying, I don't know how to do this. Please reply. Like, give me some ideas for the next Crusher Talk. So don't be timid. It really does help me to understand how to use this app. And every time I dive into a new app, it's like so intimidating and nerve-wracking. You don't know if you're doing anything right. It feels like every app has its own culture. I never understood Twitter. I could never get it to, like, I didn't get it. I don't understand Threads. So help me out here. Thank you.
Are we going to do a 90210 theme next week?
Yeah, because we'll still be on the road. Well, we'll still be together, obviously.
Yeah.
We'll be in Washington. And we could talk about 90210.
All right.
We are deep into season 3? 4?
First of the college years.
First of the college years. The gang, Brandon, Dylan, Brenda, Donna, the Bagman, Brian Austin Green, otherwise known as David, with his crazy dance moves. Jim and Cindy Walsh. Did I mention Dylan McKay, the heartthrob, and Rebel, who is rapidly aging. They're all in college now, and it's really great. And Andrea, don't forget Andrea, she's going to get pregnant soon. So if you want to listen along with us, we are watching on Paramount Plus, and we're watching 90210. We're also doing, like, you wouldn't believe it, but we have some singles, well, maybe not singles, but we have songs that are actually in mix, almost ready to master, like pretty much ready to go. So we have like new songs that may become an EP or an album. I think some of us are voting for album, and some of us are voting for other formats, but we all know the format doesn't necessarily matter. It's all about, well, actually, you tell me. Do you think the format matters? Would you guys like another Crushers album, or do you just want the songs as soon as possible? Because we can throw them at you as soon as possible if we do singles or a EP, but albums definitely take a little bit more finesse and rollout and thought and concepts and art, and all the things. So we are definitely working on music. We have some fun covers we're doing too. I don't know if we should reveal any of them yet. What do you think?
You should reveal the one that we challenged Ryan with yesterday.
Oh, so I won't tell you what cover or covers we're doing for the new album, because as you know, we always do some covers. But the other night, what was it, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
2 days ago, we were listening to the 80s Sirius XM channel, as we often do, and Wham was playing Careless Whisper, which, if you know, is the, never gonna dance again, guilty feet have got no rhythm, and there's a very, very famous sax solo in that song.
Yeah.
Oh, we could talk all day about how you thought saxophone was cool and you tried to learn it.
I was wrong. Saxophone's not cool. Don't learn it.
Yeah, he tried to learn it because he watched Lost Boys and was really into the saxophone in 8th grade or something.
Yeah.
And he couldn't hack it. It was actually really difficult to play and gross. But anyways, we were listening to that as we were driving down the back roads of Carbondale. And I'm not sure which one of us was like, we should cover this. This would be a good cover. This would be good, pop, if we could punk it up a bit. And so I sent a text to our lead guitar player extraordinaire, Ryan. Don't we have a new nickname for him? Rye Guy. But do we have a nickname?
I forgot it.
Guitar Center Ryan. That's what we call him, because he always has all extra gear and knows a lot about gear. But we sent him a text just like, hey, I think I kind of made it seem a little so do you think you could actually do this? What do you think, huh? Could you what do you think? Could we cover this song, Careless Whisper by Wham? And guess what? The very next day, what did we get in our text messages?
He ripped out a sweet guitar solo that mimics the saxophone.
Yeah, maybe we can embed it into the Crusher Talk. But so I don't know what we're going to do with that song, because I think you could go 2 different ways with it. You could really honor the emo, sadness, regret, pain, twisted heart vibes of it. Or you could punk it up and kind of make it more, I don't know, more punky, more powerful, more, I don't know, I guess one way would be sad and sorrowful and wallowing, and the other would be more self-hating, I guess, more actively self-hating, because the song really is about how much this I guess it's what's his name? George Michaels. I don't know if this song is even based on his life, but the person singing the song is basically just filled with regret for cheating on his significant other with a friend.
Well,
wait, yeah, right?
I don't know. I've only been listening to that song since the 80s.
He's only been listening to this song since the 80s. We probably went to some high school dances and danced to it, or junior high dances.
Oh, yeah.
But there is the line, I should have known better than to cheat a friend. Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Oh.
Though it's easy to pretend,
Yeah.
I know you're not a fool.
Yeah, you know the song better
Should
than
have
I do.
known. Something like that.
I think we should take that Blondie drum beat made famous by... what's his name?
Oh my gosh, he just passed away.
Yeah.
Clem Burke.
And then mix the Blondie drum beat with the Wham sound and do some weird new wave punk thing. That's my thought.
Clem Burke beat from, what song was that?
That was Call Me. It's kind of like a disco punk beat.
Yeah, it's kind of a disco beat kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe you guys have some thoughts. But we're going to sign off for now. I will be coming back on with Crush Talk next Tuesday, and then it'll just be Tuesdays And then the Throwback Thursday, Crush Reverse Vault writing stuff will be every other Thursday. And again, thank you for the positive feedback on that. That means a lot to me. And especially since some of that writing is 10 years old now from my old blog, Is Your Boyfriend in the Band? It's really cool to like dust it off and kind of like tweak it a little, punch it up a little bit, and then kind of create a forward for each of them and like how I feel about these things now. Because as I was writing about, you know, my teenage years and getting into punk and getting into music and playing music, that's when, around 2015, that's when I started Haley and the Crushers. I started it. Reed joined it.
That's right.
He completed it, but I started it.
2015?
2016.
No, that's our first release.
2015, I guess, is when I was kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
But I had been playing live up until that point, I guess from like 2010, 11, up to 2015 in various bands. And I wasn't really the front person of any one of those bands. So when I was writing some of this stuff, I was like thinking about stepping into the front person role and kind of like writing about how I got there, I guess, is kind of how the best way to put it. So it's been really nice to share that with you guys, and I'll continue to do that. But yeah, do you have anything to say to close out this festive watermelon days?
Fuck Trump.
Alrighty, well, hopefully your melons are sweet, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Until then, sparkle hard. Bye.